Well, hello everyone, it's your Prince of the motherfucking Saiyans, and today we're doing a little something different, something that I've never done before, but it was brought to my attention that a lot of you have been wondering about some mysterious things about yours truly. The other day I was looking through my subscription feed, and I saw a video that popped up that said top 5 Vegeta mysteries in Dragon Ball by Mr. Detective Q. So I was thinking to myself, alright then, I think it's about time I answer all the shit that you guys obviously need answers to, so I'm about to get right into detail with this. I'm gonna basically watch the video and then pause after the question has been asked, and then I will give you all the answer, and then we will go on to the next question. So, without further ado, here we go.
So the first mystery we have to discuss here is dealing with Vegeta's mother. Now, when you look at the Dragon Ball series and when you look at a lot of the specials...
My mom isn't a minority like Turles! Why is that there?
Obviously, if there's a King Vegeta and you have a Prince Vegeta, and when you also factor in that Goku's mother is Gine to Bardock, you have to think that Vegeta did have a mother in the Dragon Ball franchise that was at least a prominent character in Saiyan society. Even if she wasn't a fighter or very important, she was the woman of King Vegeta, even less he wanted to spend his time sharing his seeds with multiple women. But the point is that if Vegeta's mother was the mother of both Vegeta and now Tarball, now that more Dragon Ball information has come out, you'd have to think that his mother must have been an important character throughout Saiyan society as possibly Queen Vegeta.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, she should probably be one of the most ones that, like, it's sad to think that Vegeta never talks about it. He always talks about, my father was this way, and then we never see her in any of the flashbacks or any of the little things that, like, they always have these little tidbits back to, oh, Vegeta, this is why our Saiyan race is so proud and prideful. And then there's a certain, like, flashback scenes.
I don't need to see father and mother fucking making out. Stop that
like
shit.
This, and this is why.
So I heard enough of their fucking sex life when I was a child.
Absolutely, man, but obviously women aren't as prominent in Saiyan culture, especially in Universe 7, so it's clearly...
They're basically housewives. They suck our dicks, and they cook our food.
Right, exactly, I agree.
Alright, well, let's pause that right there. To answer your question about whether or not my mother had a very pivotal role in Saiyan society, she did, actually. I still remember to this day going to market with my mother, and we were walking towards, we were in the market, and she was showing me around and showing me showing me where the little low-class Saiyans were, and we saw a couple of low-class Saiyans who didn't really, couldn't fight anymore, and they were kind of homeless. They're basically what you guys would consider as bums, and, we went up to them, and I will never forget this. This is when me and my mother, she saw this bum begging for, money, and, she literally went into her pocket. She pulled out a coin, and his face that he made was so happy. This man looked like he was 18 again, and he just lost his virginity to the hottest bitch in school. And as soon as he looked back up to my mother smiled a very radiant smile, and she proceeded to stretch out her hand to the man. And then she blew his face off with a key blast. It was fucking beautiful! If I had to describe my mother in 2 words, it would be radiantly savage. That's the 2 words that best describe my mother. She didn't look like that shit, from earlier in the video. The little tail is... No, that's some bullshit. She wasn't a minority. She was from the privileged line of Vegeta. But yeah, my mother was really great to me. She raised me up to be a proper asshole. Ha ha ha. But anyhow, let's continue on with the video. Here we go.
Like, what was Vegeta's childhood like? I mean, when he was a little kid, it was also a little fun fact is Vegeta's hair it completely changed from when he was a kid to an adult, and they made a big deal about that, like, oh, a true Saiyan's hair does not change from the moment he was born. But he used to have these little bangs and stuff when he was a little kid. But then, what did he cut his hair into that, iconic widow's peak he has today? So I always thought that was funny, like, how they did that. But in some flashbacks, like in the Battle of Gods movie, they just showed him as a kid with his adult haircut, but in Super they fixed that, and then in every other flashback of Kid Vegeta they always show him with those bangs. So I just thought that was really interesting. And then of course, how did King Vegeta, you know, rise to power? That's another thing, like through his childhood. But how did King Vegeta just decide, you know what, I'm gonna be the king out of all you guys?
Let me stop this right here. My childhood was filled with greatness, pride, and very much privilege. I was brought up to be a proper asshole, like I said earlier. My father was no exception to this rule. He brought me up to be an asshole. I mean, as soon as I was able to walk and train, he big booted me in my face. I know a lot of you may be laughing. Ha 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 ha, very funny. That's how Saiyans raise their sons, alright? We bring them up to be tough and learn not to be little bitches. So yes, we give them that tough love. And also, to answer the question about my hair, how I have bangs in a couple of specials and some flashbacks or whatever, and in Super when they do, you know, they show me as a child. There's a very simple answer to that question. And the answer to that question is toy fucking animation. Fucked up. It's very simple. That hairstyle isn't canon. It's not canon. You never see Vegeta with that hairstyle as a child in the manga ever. Do you understand that? Look, see that? Me as a child, I don't have the bangs, you know why? It's not fucking canon! This man trying to neglect my word as Saiyan's hair does never change from the day he was born. That is right, it doesn't, unless toy animation is animating your shit. They fuck up. I mean, they made my hair red. Alright, remember that shit? You remember that shit? To answer the question about how my father became the king of the Saiyans, it's very simple. For one, he was the one leading the assault when we attacked the Tuffles and took over the planet. That was one thing. But the real reason my father commanded authority from a lot of us in our primitive days is very simple, and it's only one reason. My father gathered all the Saiyans together, and he said, I am going to be the king of the Saiyans. And a lot of people were bickering like, no, I should be the king. You have a beard. Fuck you and your beard. And you know what my father did? He said, I am the king of the Saiyans. And he pulled down his pants and showed the entire Saiyan race the true essence of the dick. Everyone, female Saiyans and male alike, stood in awe at the immense power of this, my father's tool. They all just stood around in a gasp. They couldn't believe what they had seen. No Saiyan had ever, until me, that is, had such tremendous potential as my father did. And then they all bowed down to the one true king of D. Until I came around, of course. Let's continue on.
To move on to the next point here, Jax, this is actually going back towards Trunks and Vegeta, and I think one of the biggest questions out there is, what was Vegeta's training like with Trunks?
Oh boy, this is gonna be a ride, alright. The training between my son from the future and I in the hyperbolic time chamber was immensely painful, not only to me, but to the show and the manga. That's why they didn't show that shit on screen. It was cringy. Do you understand? It's cringy. It was too cringy to spend one page worth, one fucking page worth to show that. They didn't even explain that in the fucking anime. So, alright. You guys want to know the whole cringy details? Here you go. I'm going to do it right now and tell you. The training began as one would think. Trunks entered that place and then he began to say this, and I quote, "Oh my God, Father, it's so hot in here. I'm so alone. It's a white void. Father! Shut up!" That continued for hours and hours and hours. It was just a battle of wheels. I didn't want to train with him, so I began to go off into the distance, into the void. I saw the light, as it were, and I began to go out far, far away. And I left him alone, and he just cried, "Father! Daddy! Daddy!" It was so infuriating. All right? It was very infuriating. Eventually, he went about his way. Like 3 months in, I think he finally got the hint. So, I'm doing my thing. I'm training. I'm doing a lot of stuff. And then I realize my training is only going to go so far. Doing it alone, I have this wannabe Saiyan son of mine who's obviously over there fucking being an emo, and he's just like, Dad won't notice me. He's just like, Dad won't notice me. So I realize, hey, I need to practice my attacks. He can be a perfect punching bag. Why don't I use this punching bag and use it to its full advantage and get a lot of pent-up frustration with my son out into the open? Yeah, so that's a thing. And also, I could possibly make a real Saiyan out of him by kicking the living shit out of him. So I walk over to him. He's sweating and he's crying, Father, go on! He's doing all that bullshit. I walk up to him. I'm like, hey, let's train. I immediately got this child's attention like I just gave him some fucking candy for the first time. He was just like, Dad! Oh my god, Dad! You noticed me? Oh my god, Senpai noticed me! Dad! Alright, I'm ready to train. So we trained and trained. He didn't really have a knack for it for a while. It was really cringy. He just kept trying to hug me. I swear, he tried to hug me 5 times during our battle. I had to punch him countless times in the face. Since he obviously wanted the hug so much, I said, I'll tell you what, if you can land 1 punch, I'll give you a hug. And, for a long time he didn't get a hit, but eventually he did, and yeah, we hugged. Alright, yeah, we hugged! Alright? Fuck, that doesn't make me less of a man. I'm a man of my word. If I get punched, and I say I'm gonna give him a hug, I give him a hug. So fuck all of you laughing. It's not fucking funny. Alright? Don't call me mushy. Fuck all of you. I am a fucking Saiyan. The prince of all Saiyans and privilege. Thank you. On to the next question.
So do you guys
Is this
think
really a
Vegeta
question?
Was,
You're asking me whether or not I was a virgin when I landed on Earth. Are you fucking serious? Of course I wasn't a virgin, you fucking imbecile. God, I was a fucking prince. A prince. I got my dick sucked when I was only the age of 4. I don't give a fuck what Earthlings consider underage or not. Didn't matter. I'm a Saiyan. Your logic does not apply. I was the age of 4 when I got my dick sucked for the first time. You understand? And I got my first piece of pussy when I was 4 as well. So just digest that. Just like the bitch did. And swallow. Next question, please.
Why Bulma and Yamcha broke up, it's implied in the show that Yamcha cheated on Bulma, but do you think at one point Bulma cheated back on Yamcha?
Wait, let me stop right now. He didn't cheat on her. The real reason she broke up with Yamcha is because he's irrelevant. And he's a bitch. The man's attack is called Wolfang Fist. Enough said.
Like, honestly, Bulma was a bit of a,
What?
as a little
Shit,
girl,
hey,
so I feel
hey,
like
hold the fuck on. Hold! I have to stop it. I'm sorry, everyone. I am sorry. But this motherfucker just called my wife a slut? How fucking dare he? You some bitch. I will fucking murder your ass, alright? I will take your punk bitch ass to fucking 134th Street and bust you in the head with my dick. with my dick. All right? You don't disrespect a Saiyan's wife, and much less a Saiyan prince's wife, you goddamn ignorant motherfucker. All right, Vegeta, calm down. He's an ignorant earthling. Give him a pass. You get one pass, all right? You get one pass, and you know why? Because of my wife's ass on screen. That's the only reason. That sweet, prying underage ass is the only reason I'm not at your house big banging your mom while she final flashes me. You understand that shit? You better be happy I ain't hitting you with the final shine all on your face, you little bitch.
Tarble does exist. Where the hell was he throughout Vegeta's life when they were just saying he was just casted away because he was weak? And at what point did this happen before the whole Frieza genocide of planet Vegeta? Like, I think that's a very big unanswered question.
Okay. I knew this question was going to be brought up at some point about my brother, Tarble. The official reason why my brother was kicked off planet Vegeta and kind of left on a faraway planet is because he was a weak-ass Saiyan. But that's not really the only reason he was kicked off planet Vegeta. You see, I'm just gonna come out and say it. My brother likes to fuck animals. I know a lot of you are looking at me and going, what? My brother is into some freaky shit. Okay? Some very sick, freaky shit. I'm not talking about, you freak. No, I'm talking about, you fucking freak. That is sickening. Like incest sick, all right? You understand my meaning now? Do you get it? All right? He likes to fuck very, very strange creatures. He has stuck his dick in things that would make you quiver. Some freaky shit. I mean, look. You see that bitch? Does that really look okay to you guys? Really? I mean, look at that. Look at that. We had two choices. We could either kill him or leave him. We left him with the bitch that he chose to be his mate.
And Jax, what do you think Vegeta was doing with Bulma that one night?
What do you know? He was giving her the
I was giving her that D, bruh.
He was giving her
I was giving her that action.
The Galick Gun, the final flash.
Yeah, giving her big bang and final shine. What the fuck is up with both of your laughs?
You know what I mean?
You sound like, these motherfuckers sound like Beavis and Butthead. I swear to God, these motherfuckers sound like Beavis and Butthead. They're just like,
final shine attack.
Every time he does it, Bulma's
We're gonna
just like,
score.
we're gonna score. Yeah, shut the fuck up. Yeah, it's not that fucking funny. Well, anyway, everyone, that was your Prince of the motherfucking Saiyans solving the top 5 Vegeta mysteries in Dragon Ball. And I would like to give a very big thank you to Detective Q for making this great video so I could actually fucking tell you all the real mysteries behind the essence of D. Yours truly. So, you know, it was very good to finally clear up the air with all of you. But anyway, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like this video and share it around with everyone in need of vitamin D. And also, please watch Detective Q's video of this video that I was revealing the questions to. The link to it will be down in the description and in a pinned comment as well. And if you haven't subscribed to Detective Q, what the fuck are you doing? Go sub right now and like all his videos and share them around. And I would also like to take this time and tell you all that I am selling merchandise now. That's right, I'm selling mugs, t-shirts, phone cases, all that good shit. You can get them in the link below, down below. There'll be a couple of links and then there'll be a link to my store. You just go in there and buy some shirts or whatever it is you want. I got Fresh Prince of Gold hair, I got Batman, all that good shit. Go right on down and have yourself a good old time. And don't forget, everyone, to subscribe for more of me. And you will get the deer.